midpoint theorem in a triangle. Okay. And whenever we draw a diagram to describe a theorem, always remember we should draw a triangle which appears scaling, neither isosceles nor equilateral. Okay. First, draw a scalene type of triangle, and it must be acute angled also at the basis. This angle is obtuse. So in triangle ABC, if P is the midpoint and Q is another midpoint of side AC, P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of AC. Okay. And PQ is the line segment joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle. Then it will be parallel to the third side. Third side is BC, whose midpoint is not given, and is equal to half of its length. Means PQ equals to half of BC, PQ is parallel to BC. Is that clear to you? So the statement is the line segment joining the line segment joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is equal to half of the length of third side and is parallel to it. Line segment joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel and equal to half of the third side. So write the statement first of all. The line segment joining the midpoint of any two sides of a triangle is half and parallel to the third side. Is that clear to you? So learn it now. The line segment joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is half and parallel to the third side. So to prove it, first of all, always write heading given. What is given? Can you tell?
AP is equal to BP and AQ is
Remember,
equal to CQ.
PQ is not too important as the point P and Q. It is given that PQ is the line segment joining midpoints of two sides AB and AC of triangle ABC. Means it is given that P is the midpoint of AB, and whenever P is midpoint of AB, it means that AP equals to PB. And if Q is the midpoint of AC, means AQ equals to QC. It is given. Given that P is midpoint of AB, that is AP equals to PB, and Q is midpoint of AC, that is AQ equals to QC. And to prove PQ is half of the third side is BC. This we have to prove in this theorem. And PQ is parallel to BC also. This also we have to prove. Is that clear to you? In first line, the line segment joining the midpoint is given of any two sides of a triangle is given, and is half and parallel to third side. After is we have to prove, and before is it is given. The line segment joining midpoint of any two sides of a triangle is given, and this line segment is half and parallel to the third side. We have to prove. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Equals to half of BC, and PQ is parallel to BC. We have to do. For this, we have to do some construction using the concept of quadrilateral and the parallelogram. We all know that quadrilateral is a four-sided closed figure, and parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. This is the definition of parallelogram, that parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. Means PQ is parallel to SR and PS is parallel to QR. Parallel sides are denoted by arrows. So PQRS is a parallelogram. This is not in this question. Don't be confused that point P and Q are in the question. This is a general definition of parallelogram, that a quadrilateral with opposite sides parallel. If we name it as XYZW. So XY is parallel to WZ, XW is parallel to YZ. This is the definition of parallelogram. And one of the property of parallelogram by which we can prove that a given quadrilateral is a parallelogram is that if you want to prove that this XYZW is a parallelogram, so how will you prove it? If you prove that any pair of opposite side is parallel and equal both, then XYZW is a parallelogram. And if you want to prove, there are two methods. It means, though there are several methods to prove that quadrilateral is a parallelogram, but the first one is opposite sides must be parallel. Means both the pairs must be parallel. Both the pairs of opposite sides must be parallel to each other. Means XY is parallel to WZ, XW is parallel to YZ. And if you are not able to prove that opposite pairs are parallel, then you can prove that any one pair is parallel and equal both. Then also it is a parallelogram. There are several other methods also, but in midpoint theorem we have to use this theorem. If any two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and equal both, then quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
What is the theorem? Have you not understood the theorem?
Surrender.
Can anyone?
Sir, I have not understood that part.
Can anyone tell the theorem?
Sir, any
Yes.
two opposite sides.
Yes.
Sir, any two opposite sides of a if any two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and equal, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram.
Okay. Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir.
two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and equal both, then quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Understood, everyone?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
And in this, when we have to prove that PQ is parallel to BC, and it is also clear that PQ CB is not a parallelogram. So first of all, we have to do some constructions. Reduce this PQ to R. Okay. And join CR such that this CR is parallel to PP. Is that clear to you? So this is the first construction. Reduce Q to PQ to R. We say reduce PQ means extend PQ. But we say reduce PQ to R such and join CR such that CR is parallel to BP. Is that clear to you? This is the construction. Reduce PQ to R such that CR is parallel to BP. Understood, everyone? Then we will prove that BCRP is a parallelogram. If BCR is a parallelogram, then PR will be parallel to BC. And if PR is parallel to BC, then its part PQ is also parallel to BC. Understood?
Yes.
First we
Yes, sir.
prove that this PBCR, the quadrilateral PBCR is a parallelogram. And if it is a parallelogram, then its two sides. Which two sides? These two sides. PR and BC are parallel to each other. And if PR and BC are parallel to each other, then their parts are also parallel to each other. PQ is part of PR. So PQ is also parallel to BC. And this we have to prove. And one more thing is we have to prove PQ equals to half of BC. So opposite sides of parallelogram are equal also. Remember the property. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal in length. Means PR is equal to BC. Now PR has two parts, PQ and QR. So PQ plus QR is equal to BC. Now, if you want to prove that PQ is half of BC, means we have to prove that PQ equals to QR. So the main purpose is to prove that PQ equals to QR. Before proving that PQ equals to half BC, we have to prove that PQ equals to QR. And one more thing, how will you prove that PBCR is a parallelogram? When we have done the construction that PB is parallel to CR, we cannot use PR parallel to BC as we have to prove this. Means this is not given. So how will you prove that PBCR is a parallelogram if two opposite sides are parallel? Can you tell now? Can anyone tell? How will you prove that PBCR is a parallelogram? If we
So
know that
first we have
PB
to prove that PQ equals to QR, since we
No,
know that
no,
half
no,
of
no,
the
not at all.
PQ.
How will you prove that PBCR is a parallelogram? This is absolutely wrong. To prove that PBCR is a parallelogram, we have not to prove that PQ equals to QR. This is the different thing. This is to be proved to prove that PQ equals to half BC. How will you prove that PBCR is a parallelogram when it is given that PB is parallel to CR?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, by proving that APQ and
No,
Q,
no,
QR
no,
are
no, no,
congruent.
no, no. Don't tell the book method. Close your books.
So first we have to prove that PR is equal to BC.
No. I have told you a theorem. Whenever we have to prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, what should we do? Either we prove that two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This is parallel to this and this is parallel to this. This is the definition of parallelogram. That opposite sides are parallel to each other. But in this, I have to prove that PQ is parallel to BC. So we cannot use this. So leave this theorem. And one more theorem I have told you. Can you tell the statement? How to prove that a given quadrilateral is a parallelogram? I have told you one more statement, one more theorem. Will you tell now?
So if two
Sir,
opposite
if one
sides,
side,
Wait.
so if two
Yes, tell.
So if two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and equal to each other, then the given quadrilateral is a parallelogram.
So why you are not using this theorem instead of going here and there? Come to the point. Don't tell me after looking at the book that this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Why will we prove that this triangle is congruent to this triangle? We have done a construction that PB is parallel to RCs. And now if we prove that PB is equal to RC, then two opposite sides of quadrilateral PBCR are parallel as well as equal both. Then we will prove that PBCR is a parallelogram. Understood? So it is already, we have assumed that CR is parallel to BP. From construction, we have assumed this. This is not given. This we have assumed. So now it will be considered as given. That CR is parallel to BP. And now if you prove that CR is equal to BP, then you can easily prove that BCRP is a parallelogram. Understood, everyone? So first of all, what we have to do?
So we have to prove that PB is equals to RC.
Bas. This is the ultimate thing which we have to prove first of all. And for this, what we should do? How will you prove that BP equals to CR? For this, again, we will go to the given things. AP is equal to PB is given. PB is this line, which we have to prove that equal to CR. PB is not directly equal to CR. We have to prove this. Now we will search, is this PB line is equal to any other? So we have searched that in given, it is given that this PB equals to AP. Is that clear to you? So if we prove that AP equals to CR first, can we prove it? AP equals to CR. And if
yes, sir.
equal to CR and AP is equal to PB also, so we can easily prove that PB equals to CR. So how to prove that this AP equals to CR? So AP is in triangle APQ and CR is in triangle CQR. Means first of all, we have to prove the congruency of these two triangles. Is that clear to you? Why we have to prove the congruency? Not as it is written in the book, but this is because we have to prove that side PB is equal to side CR, then we will prove that, and PB is already parallel to RC. So when PB is parallel to RC, PB is equal to RC, PBCR is a parallelogram. When it becomes a parallelogram, then opposite sides are parallel. So PR is parallel to BC. When PR is parallel to BC, so it part PQ is also parallel to BC. So now, first of all, let's now start proving of PB equals to CR. And for this, we have to prove that AP equals to CR. And for this, we have to take a triangle containing the side AP and another containing the side CR. So we write the names of these two triangles and the next heading must be proof. In the heading proof, we have to prove this, okay? The presentation must be very clear in geometry. Then only you can understand it properly. In triangle APQ and triangle CQR. Now we will search, is there any side or angles are equal? So first of all, can you tell a side of a triangle, first triangle APQ, which is equal to one side of triangle CQR. It is given.
So AQ is equal to QC.
AQ equals to QC. So first of all, we write this. AQ equals to QC. And region is given. Second,
Sir, Q is ZOA, the vertically opposite angle.
angle. Which angle?
Vertically opposite angle.
Name the angle. Which angle? Tell the reason later. First tell the angle only.
Sir, angle AQP is equal to angle RQC.
Vertically opposite angles. Okay. First we write the statement, then write the reason. Third,
So,
now we have assumed that we have made a construction that CR is parallel to BP. If CR is parallel to BP and if we produce BP, then CR is parallel to BA also. We have made a construction that CR is parallel to BP. If you produce this line, then still it is also parallel. Parallel is nothing to do with the length of the lines. CR is parallel to BA and this AC is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are which type of angles?
alternate interior.
This is not the question to ask. They are clearly alternate interior angles, and whenever the lines are parallel, the alternate angles formed between the lines and the transversal are equal to each other. So first of all, we have to prove this. So how will you prove this? So leave the first two by writing the theorem or by writing the equations only. Now, the procedure I already have discussed as CR is parallel to PB from construction. So it implies CR is parallel to BA also. BA is produced part of BP. It implies angle B, in place of B we will write angle PAQ only. Angle PAQ equals to angle QCR. If CR is parallel to BA and AC is the transversal, then these two angles are which type of angles? Are they not alternate interior angles? So this is third. So from first, second and third, it is clear that triangle APQ is congruent to triangle CQR by which property? Angle, side, angle. You can look at this. Angle, side, angle. So we write angle, side angle from 1, 2 and 3. It is very clear that it is using angle, side angle, two angles and the side between them. And if two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are also congruent. Means AP equals to CR. And what is the reason that AP equals to CR? It is corresponding part of congruent triangles are congruent. Is that clear to you? Corresponding part of congruent triangles are congruent is written in short as CPCTC. So AP equals to CR is the conclusion. Write this as equation number 4. And AP equals to PB is given. And if in place of AP we write CR, from equation number 4, we have to write the reason always in all the lines in a question while we prove our theorem. From equation number 4. Is that clear to you? CR equals to PB, we have proved. Also, CR is parallel to BP. Reason? From construction. So if two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel both, means BCRP is a parallelogram. Write the reason. What is the reason? The reason is two opposite sides of quadrilateral are equal and parallel. Okay. So if this happens, then other two sides PR and BC will also be equal. Therefore, PR equals to BC. This PR will be equal to BC. Is that clear to you? And PR has two parts, PQ plus QR equals to BC. PQ plus QR equals to BC. As we already approved that triangle APQ is congruent to triangle QCR. So this PQ equals to QR. So in place of this QR, we write PQ only. And we have to write the reason. QR equals to PQ being CPCTC when triangle APQ is congruent to triangle CQR. Write the full reason always. So it implies twice PQ equals to BC. That is, PQ equals to half BC. This is the first thing which we had to prove, hence proved. The other thing is to prove that this is parallel also. Now, PR is parallel to BC also. Reason? Opposite sides of parallelogram are parallel. Opposite sides of parallelogram PRCB are parallel. So PQ is parallel to BC also. When PR is parallel to BC, whenever PR is parallel to BC, its part PQ is also parallel to BC. So this is the final term. PQ is also parallel to BC being part of PR. Hence proved. Is that clear to you, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Now prove this theorem yourself. Okay? And practice it well.